70s with my father, and she volunteered in Mother Teresa's orphanages in India. And it was a very new concept, my mother told me, for an older, affluent, white-haired woman to be volunteering in that setting. And she also spoke to other affluent women in those communities where she served in order to inspire them to also give. So I'd like to take a moment to show a short video and then speak to you a little bit about fundraising. I've been responsible for raising over $500 million over the last 13 years for medical education, medical research, as well as for faculty positions at the University of Michigan, University of Florida, and USC, and now as president of the Palomar Health Foundation. I also was the first champion for children at Michigan. When I was hired there, I actually was assigned to the children's cause because nobody else thought there were any major prospects there. So the new person always got the assignment. And fortunately, I didn't know any better, and I truly cared beyond what most people thought was reasonable and didn't know the rules. So I actually started a movement, Champions for Children, and it ended in the successful building of the University of Michigan Mott Children's Hospital, which was a replacement hospital, which is serving the children of Michigan now. So if we can take a moment to just show this short video, and then I'll make a few more comments. Is somebody going to click it? Thanks. We'll give it a few more minutes. If we have any trouble there.
The best example of 21st century healthcare design. Welcome to a new era in healthcare design and delivery. Welcome to the new Palomar Medical Center, a world-class healing environment with exceptional patient care.
Welcome to a whole new world of healthcare. What makes us different?
We're changing your healthcare experience. Change is here. We're the new Palomar Medical Center.
Palomar Medical Center is bringing the future to you through innovation, healing, and sustainability. Palomar Health, specializing in you.
Now, that may seem a little bit out of order, given what we're talking about, but what's important for you to know is that Palomar Health started with very humble beginnings. It was actually traced back to two benevolent German women, Charlotte Baker Heinz, a nurse, and Elizabeth Martin, a dietitian. And they actually left the Anaheim Sanitarium in 1933, and with their own money, they went to North Inland County in San Diego to serve those that were in rural communities that didn't have easy access to health care. And they actually bought a building with their own that had been an egg farm and a poultry barn. And they bought that and established a 13-bed hospital. And the reason I share this story with you is that now Palomar Health is California's largest hospital district, covering a 2,200 square mile territory, and it's known for its innovation. It's the first hospital to roll out the Sotera wireless monitoring system for patients so that patients truly can receive the rest and the comfort they need for the best circumstances possible for healing. In addition to that, Palomar now encompasses Palomar Hospital, Palomar Hospital downtown, as well as this beautiful new medical center. What I want to share with you is from those humble beginnings, that there were many people in the community, including a woman named Helen Heller. And she donated over 40,000 hours of her time for the hospital and by establishing the volunteer services. Today we have 1,100 interns, student interns from high schools and from the community colleges and colleges helping to care for our patients. We have over 400 retirees that help us, all started with that vision of those two benevolent nuns or nurses and dietitian that took their own money, and also from Helen Heller that spent 40,000 hours. Helen was the first woman to ever be given the right to actually own and run an auto dealership. Her husband died at a fairly young age, and she owned the auto dealership for Ford in Escondido, and she was given permission to be the first woman. So in addition to that, a family business, a widow, she actually, through her love and heart and her energy and joy, built Palomar Health to what it is today. So I wanted to share with you that actually, like the butterfly story, that really every cause needs a champion. And that really, I love the quote that really states that excellence is the result of caring more than others think is wise, risking more than others think is safe, dreaming more than others think is practical, and expecting more than others think is possible. There are many people, I believe, that thought maybe North Inland County, the rural areas, the American Indian area, the American Hispanic communities, as well as some pockets of affluent communities, might not deserve a beautiful building like we have now. But actually, it was the commitment of those early pioneers that said, yes, everybody, regardless of their means, deserves world-class care. And I believe that everything is possible with champions, and I'm very confident that what you're doing here today will make a difference, and over time, you don't know what those lives will equal to. It is incredible what one single person can do and what one single dedicated heart can impact in the world. I believe in the law of abundance, and if you look through nature, God really does demonstrate abundance in everything. There is enough for everybody, and there is enough to take care of everybody. So I very much believe in your cause. I appreciate the privilege to visit with you, and I really want to encourage you, don't leave the fundraising to the professionals, but each of you actually can spark generosity in people's heart just by genuinely sharing what you believe in and what you're touched by. I did missionary work for 3 years in the 70s in some of the roughest neighborhoods in New York. In fact, this heat wave reminds me of some of the blackouts during that time. And I could hear the people howling on the street even, and I didn't have a car, and I wasn't paid. and it was very much exposed. But I do know that during the time of those 3 years I did unpaid missionary work in some of the toughest neighborhoods in New York, that I found that the most generous people were the ones that had the least. People would give me pennies or nickels or dimes that had really nothing to share, and that those with more frequently didn't. So I do want to say that I'm touched by the innate generosity of people, and I truly believe, as my mother shared with me, that we are designed to contribute, and as long as we're living, that's our duty and that's our privilege, is to contribute. So thank you for the opportunity to share with you. I'm looking forward to becoming part of your effort, and I'm definitely touched and moved by the video. I think it conveys it so beautifully. I wish all of you God's blessing, and also particularly those children and families of Bangladesh. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.